Hey everybody, Chris Henderson here from Northern Tribe Outdoors, and it's time for an Overlander update. Well, for the last couple of weeks, you haven't been seeing fishing videos because I have been working on the Suburban and trying to get this thing ready to go for this camping season, as well as a pretty exciting event, the Resurrected Motors car show on July 21st at Gateway Park in Gig Harbor, actually out on the Key Peninsula. So, you know, if you're an Overlander and you have a vehicle, man, I'd love to have you out there. It's free. You can register, and there'll be a little link down in the description here if you want to come to it, or if you want to bring your vehicle. We'd love to see some more Overlanders out there. They convinced me to bring mine out there, and so I've been trying hard to, you know, put something together so that it's just not a Suburban with a wood rack on top. So here we go. Let me show you some of the things I've gotten done. Finally, I was able to get the tracks mounted, and I'm real pleased with how that turned out. So you can see on the back here, all I did was I took a U-bolt and some flat stock, and then some long motor bolts actually were the only ones that I could get to fit that would be long enough to do the work, and just bolted it up there, and it worked great, and locked it up with this this gun lock here. You know, the only real problem is the problem you have with all these gun locks is if I needed to defend myself and get these tracks off real quick to do that, I'd have to unlock it and it'd take too long. So probably a better use for it up here than anywhere else it might go anyway. So that's those are my tracks. I hope to never have to use them, but it's good to have them, and get you out of a situation where you won't have to winch, especially since I don't have a winch, and won't have to use the recovery gear that I do. But just an essential part of being off-road and being out in the wilds. You never know what you're going to encounter, and so just one more piece of equipment. These aren't the name brand ones, obviously, but for the money and for the amount of use, this was the better choice for me. So anyway, I'm real excited to show you what we have coming next. That is drop-down tables for these barn doors. Let me show you. So let me tell you about some of the features. On this side, the passenger side, you'll notice that this table is all the way out to the edges. In fact, I had to fit it really close, and that's because it has to fit this cook stove over here, and the clearances on it are really quite small, in fact too small, but if it's done just right, it will close just fine and sits up in there just right, about the width of a credit card on the clearances when you shut the door. Here's the closing mechanism. I'm just using a bungee and strapping it around there, so that'll pretty much prevent it from rattling. Use drop down shelf hinges, and I got that from Overland Portal, the forum, and just a hat tip to those guys. I'll put a link in the description of the video of the one that I copied. And then this bungee isn't just for decoration. Because what I can do is put it right back here to hold the door, so the door is more stable. And then in addition to this surface here, we also have a pull-out table, and of course the camp stove has to go on it. And as you can see, it fits just perfectly with hardly any room to spare. That's why it had to be this big on here. But it has worked out fabulously. I'm very happy about that. In addition, on these windows, since I took the trim pieces off because I thought it would be a bad idea to cook with flame and heat and have plastic running around up there, I took the trim pieces off and was able to put some little eye hooks on there, or little eye, whatever you want to call these, and some bungee, which that creates a storage place for any number of things that I could put up in there. So on this side we have a similar thing. Once again, the bungee lock the trays down. Now what we're going to use this side for is a sink. We have a nice collapsible sink put out there by Seattle Sports. Now we can wash dishes, do whatever we want, cut our vegetables, that kind of thing. And it's all right there. And then starting to clean this up and get it kind of ready to go. I put a nice little lid, if you will, on here. That folds down, ends up being another little surface here. If we wanted to, you know, put your fixing for your hamburgers out there, that's another surface we can put it on. That was actually Susan's idea, and she said, hey, why don't we put a little table out there? And so that helps clean this up too, makes it look nice. So now I just have to figure out a latch, and I'll be shopping for those. If you have any great ideas on latches, let me know. And really already getting a use from the bed roller, all kinds of uses. We had a generator up in here, and it just made loading it up so much easier, and really excited about that. Now it's time for some little bit of trimming up and cleaning up and sanding and painting to get it looking nice too. Here's the beauty. Watch how fast we can put stuff away. One side's done. Boom, there it is. So that's the Overlander update, and you might be thinking, well, what's coming next? Well, let me show you. Right here, time for the second battery system, and you'll notice this thing is not yet hooked up. So probably going to be setting it right about here, and hooking up my the second battery. All the parts are purchased, and it's just a matter of putting it all together and starting to build it. So that'll happen hopefully in the next week or so, in anticipation of getting our truck bridge. So we should have it all ready for camping. That's the Overlander update for now. if you like these videos, please like and subscribe, and we'll keep making them, and you can keep checking on the progress of the Suburban. Take care.